What is that hope? What do you see for the future of the community?
I would like to see, my passion has been over these last months, the growing passion around economic development. I just believe that, once people have the opportunity to work and work in jobs that are going to pay a livable wage, we're going to see a reduction in crime. Right now we are living in a community where already we've had 37 murders. And I think we are even past where we were at this time last year. But the only way to turn that around is that if you give people jobs whereby they can feed their families, provide for their families, and provide for themselves. So we've been at the heart of this issue for the last year, quite frankly. And so I would hope that we would see more and more jobs coming into this community. I would hope that we would see more and more homes being refurbished and more new homes built. I would hope that we begin to see safe places for our young people to play and for our older people to sit on their porches without fear of being attacked. So that's the hope that I have, and we want to be very much part of that as a faith-based community.
What will it take to achieve those goals?
I think it's going to require, I think politicians who value the necessity of work. I think it's going to take neighbors. I think it's going to take civic leaders. I think it's going to take faith-based communities, all of us on the same page, because I believe all of us are interested in wholesome neighborhoods. When this community is safe, when our children are educated, it means that all of our area is wholesome and all of our area is safe. When we have productive lives in the central city, we will have that, that will just spill over into other parts of the community. Our whole region will be a better place once we see, those kinds of issues being tackled. But they have to be tackled by everybody. Everybody has to believe that this is worthy of their efforts,
Okay. And lastly, what do you see for in the future for race relations on a national level?
On a national level, this is an issue that is continues to be, I think, the thorn in the flesh of American politics. I think most of us are pretty. We bury our head in the sand around this issue. This is kind of the elephant in the room, but nobody really wants to address it. But the only way that we're going to have some resolution of this issue is that people begin to be honest about where the divisions are and why those divisions are there. In this city of Milwaukee has been labeled or described as one of the most segregated communities in the nation. And some reports even use the word hyper-segregated. And I think that that's true. We've lived in this city for 21 years, and when we moved here 21 years ago, I said to my wife, I grew up in Mississippi, and I said to my wife that Milwaukee is like Mississippi was 30 years ago. So there is a polarization, and quite frankly, I think the polarization has gotten worse in the last 10 to 15 years. And that's what we've got to work on. We've got to work on that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Pastor Wall, for sitting down.
You're very welcome.